So it's been a very, very dramatic turn of events in Tamil Nadu. Udayanidhi Stalin has been arrested. This was the moment when he was taken into custody. Very dramatic. There was a huge crowd waiting outside, and as he was being taken away by the police officials, Udayanidhi was in fact seen smiling and even saying that it's a joke. So he is now being taken to Thanjavur, the place where he made that crass comment alluding to Trisha. Now, these comments were made yesterday, and within just hours, less than 24 hours really, the police officials were at Udayanidhi's residence and they arrested him. Dramatic, swift action, and one that could have bigger political repercussions as well, because this arrest comes a day before the assembly session. In fact, we also want to talk about the fact that all three, Trisha, Vijay, Udayanidhi Stalin, were all part of the film industry, now have turned bitter political rivals, of course, amid fierce political attacks over water crises and governance. This was a political rally where the statement was made by Udayanidhi Stalin, where there were crowds chanting Trisha's name, and then Udayanidhi Stalin made a remark with double meaning, a very, very crass comment. Take a look at what he said.
காவிரி சொன்னேன் எங்க தண்ணி வருதோ இல்ல அங்க தண்ணி வரணும் காவிரி சொன்னேன் எங்க தண்ணி வருதோ இல்ல அங்க தண்ணி வரணும் காவிரி சொன்னேன் எங்க தண்ணி வருதோ இல்ல அங்க தண்ணி வரணும்
So this was the double meaning joke that was made by Udayanidhi Stalin, and he has been completely defiant. No question of apology, of course. He has not even made any statement hinting that what he said was absolutely wrong. Now, this is not the first time that Udayanidhi Stalin has made these comments, personal comments against Chief Minister Vijay. This, of course, as the TVK says, is an anti-women comment. So, Udayanidhi Stalin had made a personal dig in June as well against the Chief Minister. Before we come to that, let's just show you how things have unfolded. Of course, during the elections, there was a bitter rivalry, but after the elections, it seemed like it was all well, and the opposition, or the DMK, then had called on the Chief Minister, and look at a very warm greeting between the two. Vijay was seen hugging Udayanidhi Stalin. They were all smiles. But soon things escalated. Of course, we also saw what happened in the assembly, where a personal comment had been made by Udayanidhi Stalin, and things seem to have escalated as well. And of course, now you have the arrest that has taken place. But what was the statement that was made? Like we mentioned, not the first time that Udayanidhi Stalin has made such comments against Vijay. Back in June, he had said that the entire Tamil Nadu knows the story of a woman who is looking for her husband in the Chengalpattu court. This is the remark that he made on social media, clearly referencing the divorce proceedings involving Vijay and his estranged wife Sangeeta. While all of this went on during the assembly session, listening to the very dramatic, filmy answer that was given by Chief Minister Vijay in the assembly.
அவங்க இருந்திருந்தா ஒரு ஆக்ஷன் பண்ணனும்னு எனக்கு தோணுச்சு. எல்லாரும் போயிட்டாங்க. இல்ல your permission பண்ணலாமா? இப்பவும் பண்ணலாம், ஒண்ணும் தப்பு இல்ல. அவங்க இருந்திருந்தா ஒரு ஆக்ஷன் பண்ணனும்னு எனக்கு தோணுச்சு. எல்லாரும் போயிட்டாங்க. இல்ல your permission பண்ணலாமா? இப்பவும் பண்ணலாம், ஒண்ணும் தப்பு இல்ல.
So this happened in the previous assembly session, and how things have changed dramatically. Before the session tomorrow, you have Udayanidhi Stalin, who has been arrested. He is now being taken to Thanjavur, and of course the DMK is also going to escalate the issue. The DMK has also called for all party secretaries to meet. Clearly the DMK is backing Udayanidhi Stalin despite making these comments, that have caused outrage. Political parties, including BJP, the Congress, have all slammed Udayanidhi Stalin for these comments. Let's go across to my colleague Dharini getting us these details. And Dharini, it was a dramatic turn of events in Tamil Nadu today with the police officials reaching his residence, then the arrest, and what happens next? How is the DMK responding to this? Take us through how dramatic the day has been and how this can have bigger political repercussions.
Well, in fact, we're standing in front of the DMK headquarters. DMK chief M.K. Stalin just left the party headquarters after holding a crucial urgent meeting with the seniors of his party. In fact, we're being joined by senior DMK leader Mr. Saeed Hafiz. Sir, your party leader, the leader of opposition, has been arrested by the police for making an allegedly derogatory remark in connection with women, in connection with actress Trisha. How do you see this arrest?
See, first of all, the entire statement by the LOP is being misinterpreted, misrepresented, and the TVK has filed a case. We are sure that this case will not stand the legal scrutiny. We will come out innocent, will be acquitted in the entire case. But the thing is that the TVK government has failed the people of Tamil Nadu in the last 60 days, and the first budget session. We know in the previous session that all the gimmicks by the chief minister had a backlash. Now the TVK government does not want the LOP to be in the assembly. That is the reason why they show the hastiness in the arrest. For their claim that they are pro-women, protecting the women, I will tell you the number of cases against the TVK leadership, TVK MLAs, TVK district secretaries. FIR has been filed. The survivors are crying for justice. No action is being taken on them. This is a selective issue and a vendetta against the DMK and the leaders of the DMK that the TVK is involving in such activities. We will certainly face this legally and will come out clean.
Sir, as much as you question the timing, as much as you say that tomorrow the budget session is going to happen and that this might be an attempt to divert the Kaveri issue, do you, in a way it looks like the DMK is trying to justify what was spoken in that protest?
The interpretation is a matter people can interpret. There were no vulgar words, there were no vulgar gestures in the entire speech. People have interpreted the way they want to interpret. It is a matter that sub judice is going to come in the court. We can see you all can see what our view is in the court when we represent the case.
Okay. Sir, earlier an anticipatory bail plea was moved by the DMK in the Madras High Court, but before even that anticipatory bail plea was heard, he's already got arrested now. So what is the next?
What we say, the urgency that the TVK is showing in arresting the LOP, which they show the same urgency in giving justice to the victims, survivors who have been affected by the TVK cadres, TVK leadership. This is what shows that how authoritative the TVK leadership is, how selective the TVK leadership is.
So it's going to be a race against time, isn't it, Dharini? Because the court will shortly hear the anticipatory bail plea of Udayanidhi Stalin. Currently, he is being taken to Thanjavur and it is about 6 hours away from Chennai. What happens in the court is going to be very, very important, isn't it? I'll come to you in just a moment. But let's talk about what happened since morning. Very, very dramatic. Yesterday, it was sometime in the afternoon when Udayanidhi Stalin made those crass comments alluding to Trisha. And here's what happened. By 9 a.m., the police officials were at his residence, the Thanjavur police as well as the Chennai police. By 9:30 a.m., Udayanidhi's wife was seen speaking to the police officials saying, hold on, wait. She was trying to stall the police officials for some time. But by 11 a.m., the fate of Udayanidhi Stalin had been sealed. He was picked up from his residence and then is now currently being taken. But in his first reaction, look at how Udayanidhi Stalin responded. He was seen all smiles, saying it's a joke. I'm ready to face legal consequences. When he was asked, are you going to apologize? He refused and said there's no question of apology. That's what he hinted at, saying that it is a joke. That's the claim that he went on to make. But the question is, what kind of legal trouble are we looking at for Udayanidhi Stalin? Let's take a look at the sections that he has been booked under and the kind of consequences that can take place. Remember, all of this mentioned in the FIR. In just a short while from now, the anticipatory bail plea will also be taken up by the court. It will be interesting to see what happens next, but let's tell you what are the charges against which he has been booked. Promoting enmity and disturbing harmony, so section 196 of the BNS, and also a provocation that is likely to cause riot. So all of these sections, remember, have punishment up to 2 years in jail, in this case 1 year in jail, waiting, but there are multiple sections under which he has been booked by the police officials, and this also includes an intentional insult provoking breach of peace. This is a charge that has been leveled, and also insulting a woman's modesty, section 79 of the BNS. So these are the charges that have been leveled against Udayanidhi Stalin. Apart from that, also having obscene words in public, having said obscene words in public. In fact, the FIR also goes on to mention multiple of these sections, saying that there was a deliberate insult and it is unacceptable. That's what the complaint goes on to say. There is a criminal conspiracy behind this. These are the details mentioned in the FIR. So what kind of punishment are we looking at? That's the question. Let me take this across to Dharani, who continues to stay live with us. Dharani, we just put out the details of the FIR. What kind of trouble are we looking at for Udayanidhi? Because these are some serious sections of the BNS that have been slapped against him. What is going to be the response of the DMK on this? Because the DMK has very clearly said that they are going to escalate the issue. What time is the anticipatory bail plea also going to come up in the High Court?
Well, a total of 9 sections have been lodged against Udayanidhi Stalin by the Tamil Nadu police. In these sections pertain to the BNS, the Information Technology Act, and also the Prohibition of Harassment Against Women Act. So a total of 9 sections, and some of these sections are in fact non-bailable sections. So as far as the next course of action in legal aspects is concerned, Udayanidhi Stalin is currently being taken to Thanjavur. So in Thanjavur, he will be produced in front of a magistrate, and the police will seek the judicial custody of Udayanidhi Stalin after a health checkup. That is what usually happens. But in fact, early this morning around 10:30 a.m., the DMK approached the Madras High Court with an anticipatory bail plea on behalf of Udayanidhi Stalin. Justice G.K. Ilandaran of the Madras High Court had agreed to hear this anticipatory bail plea by this afternoon. But as this anticipatory bail plea was getting filed in the Madras High Court, the police on the other hand arrested Udayanidhi Stalin. So the arrest took place at the same time when the anticipatory bail plea was being filed by the DMK in the morning. So henceforth the DMK will have to file a fresh bail plea, and they'll have to fight the case legally. But it looks like the DMK is all set to fight this case legally, because if you look at the bites of Mr. Udayanidhi Stalin, he says that he is ready to face the consequences, and that he is in fact going on to call the TVK Netas a bunch of idiots, and he goes on to say that his party DMK and he personally will also face this matter legally, and he will come out of this controversy is what he is telling. So he confidence in his bites that he gave at the time of detention. And when we speak to the DMK leaders also, because in just a short while back we had a word with Syed Hafiz of the DMK. He also says that the approach that has been adopted by the TVK is very authoritarian in nature, and if the TVK felt like the comments made by Udayanidhi were defamatory in nature or derogatory in nature, they could have filed a plea against him. They could have taken a legal route. They could have filed a defamation suit or something. What is the need to make this arrest hastily is the question coming in from the DMK, and the DMK is suspecting that the TVK government has arrested Udayanidhi to prevent him from attending the budget session that is going to happen tomorrow in the Tamil Nadu Assembly. So these are the two aspects that we are looking at this point in time as far as the DMK and the atmosphere prevailing in the DMK camp is concerned. So let's wait and see how the situation unfolds in the coming days. The next 5 to 6 hours will be very, very crucial in terms of this particular news development.
Okay, so the TVK has raised the issue. Not just are we looking at legal trouble in the sense of the police complaints that have been filed, but also the TVK writing to the NCW. Do stay with us, Dharani. Let's tell our viewers how the TVK has said that, they have not spoken about it being a personal comment. That's not how the TVK has said. approaching the NCW, the TVK says that it is an offensive and double-meaning remark that was made by the leader of opposition in a public place, going on to say that there were vulgar innuendos that target a prominent female figure in the state, that it was prompted by audience chants, because remember, many DMK cadres and supporters were seen chanting the name of Trisha. That's when Udayanidhi Stalin made this comment in the first place. So the charge that the TVK has leveled is that such statements, such vulgar, cheap statements being made by leader of opposition normalizes objectification of women, and this is verbal harassment which degrades the decorum of public figures, that he should not have made such a statement. Well, with that, we're slipping into a very short break here, but don't go anywhere. Lots more lined up on the other side, because Udayanidhi Stalin is currently being taken to Thanjavur, and in just a short while from now, the anticipatory bail plea will also be taken up by the court. We come back with those updates.